Hi everyone, so here is an evolution of my mash tun. What I have is, this is my cheapy stock pot from a local supermarket beginning with A in the UK. Everyone will know who it is if you live in the UK. And what I did is I went online to eBay and bought myself a 1/2 inch ball valve. And what I've done is I have, back in a minute, and what I've done is drilled a really big hole in it with one of these things. So I just take it out, drill down. You see, that's 20 millimeters across, and it's got a drill on the inside for a pilot hole, and then some rather savage teeth that made very light work of my very cheap stock pot. And I've managed to get a 20mm hole in no time at all. A little bit of WD-40 for lubrication, and job's a good one. So what I've got is my ball valve on the outside. There's a rubber O-ring and a washer press in there on this side, and the same on that side. And if you look inside, this bit here, this little cylinder, fastens onto the thread of the ball valve, and then here I've got a little 6-inch bazooka filter. So what I plan on doing is a similar sort of mash, but now I've got the bazooka valve in, I'm going to need something to lift the grain off the bottom of the pan. And what I've done is, might have seen this, those who haven't watched it, in my other video, and it's basically just a splash guard for a frying pan, and I've cut the handle off there, and then I've got some bolts, coach bolts, and tied the nuts on there, and I've just measured it. This fits absolutely perfectly, and I've just measured that length there, so it sits above the ball valve and the bazooka valve, and it should keep the weight of the grains off the bazooka valve, prevent it from bending. And the hope is, I mean, it fits absolutely spot on, perfect. Let's go the right way around. So there you can see, it's like a double false bottom screen now to filter out any particles that get out of the work bag into there. So my plan is now is to do my usual mash. I'll have a try one tomorrow because my buckets are in use at the minute. My fermentation buckets are in use at the minute, and then I'm going to put a little bit of heat, because there's a bit of headspace now that'll have clear wort underneath, so I'm going to put a little bit of heat under the pan and try and keep it better at 66 degrees, and I'm going to start to recirculate. For now I'm just going to put it into a jug and then gently pour it back through the grain bed, and hopefully that'll clear the wort up. And then when I come to boil, after the boil, because I'm going to start whirlpooling, I'll whirlpool, and then all the particles should settle out. And then, because the valve sits about that far off the bottom of the boil kettle, I'm hoping what goes into the fermenter will be a significantly cleaner and clearer wort, which should hopefully translate to a much clearer beer. Let's see how much this is all together then. So the whole thing, the pot from the supermarket beginning with A was about £20, 20 quid, so it's $30 American. You know, $200 Australian, whatever that is. The ball valve from eBay in the UK was, I think, £13, maybe $20, you know, 150 Australian. And the bazooka valve was £6 or $10 or $100 Australian. I don't know what Australian dollars are. And the splatter protector was a present, so it cost me out. Hopefully it should improve the clarity of my wort no end, and hopefully the quality of my beer. So it'll be on show in the next brew vid, and we'll see how it goes from there.